there, it's Connie-Rae. Welcome to Connie-Rae's Craft Room. Today we are making a gift tag. Yoo-hoo! Finally, we have got some in Stampin' Up. We've got the an ability to make a tag in many ways, and we are going to be using the new die frames, and I've lost them momentarily, mind you, momentarily. What do I do? Here we go. Great start, hey? All right, these are the tags that we're using. Oh, this is the tag. This is out of our stitched frame, our stitched die framelets, and this is the size that I'm using. You'll have to work out your sizing for yourself because these don't come with numbers. However, with the tag, you'll find that there's only one that will actually fit inside to make a shaker window, or just a window if you prefer. Now the tag set comes from the Bonanza buddies and the Bonanza dies. Exciting, hey? And they've got this gorgeous little critters. They are so cute, which is this set here, and it comes in a bundle. So obviously, you know, I'm going to get the bundle because I can use it. And the dies that it comes with are these gorgeous dies for cutting out the little critters, which is great. So we've got the ability to cut out these little critters using the dies that goes with it. And also in this one comes the tag. So I'm super excited about the tag, really, because we needed a tag in our collection. And because running a tag up, it doesn't take long to do. So it's really exciting that we've actually got this now. So that's the bundle that it comes to, but of course you can buy them separately if you just want the tag. But you know, these little guys are going to come in handy later on. So I'm going to show you how to do this particular shaker tag. Sorry, I've got stuff everywhere. Okay, the shaker tag is done using this particular die, but also, as I suggested, the little stitched framelets die. I've got to stick the saying for these somewhere because I always forget it. So it's a stitch framelets dies. Yeah, and this one fits inside. So what you're going to need is a piece of I use designer series paper. Now you can use anything. You can use your own stamped cardstock or designer series paper, whatever you want. So I used this, and I used it in the size of 3 inches by 4. So it's 3 inches in width and 4 inches in length, which is just enough to give you a bit of wiggle room for your tag cutter, your die cut. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut out these pieces so that we end up with these pieces looking like this, so that we can make a shaker card. So it's pretty easy. So you're going to cut the 3 by 4 piece of paper of your choosing. You're going to pop this one on here, and you're going to cut 2 of those. So you'll end up with 2 pieces that look like this. So you can, at this stage, leave it at that and have 2 pieces of these, or 1 piece even, and just do whatever you want to on your tag. Or you can turn it into a shaker tag, which is what I've done, because I love shaker stuff. It's so much fun and it's so pretty. So we'll cut out 2 of those, and then with the second one, what you're going to do is you're going to get your rectangle die out of the stitch die framelets, and you're going to place it on one of these, and you're going to cut out the window so it ends up looking like this. Just be aware though, when you run it through your die cut machine, whatever that machine is, that you want to make sure it's even on both sides, because if you're not careful, you'll end up with one side a little bit larger than the other in your tag. So you want to make sure that it's dead center in the actual design, so you've got both sides equal in the bottom and the top. So that's what you do. You go off and you just do that, and it comes out looking like this. Now the other thing that you're going to need is a piece of window sheet. Can you see that there? Yeah, good. A piece of window sheet, and you're going to also use this die to cut it out. Now if you cut it out and it doesn't cut through really well, just get your scissors. It'll actually make the marks on it, which is a stitched framelets mark around there, and you can just cut it out if it doesn't quite cut out, but it should be fine if you just give it a few run throughs. So that's really all you need to do to make this available tag. I'm so excited we've got tags, I really am, because come Christmas and stuff like that, it's so much easier to whip up a beautiful tag. So moving right along, we are going to be stamping on this as well, on the acetate, and I'll show you how to do that. Oh, sorry, the acetate, the window sheet, whatever you want to call it. And I'm using this stamp set here, which is Positive Thoughts, and I'm using this Hugs, Prayers, Love. It's a gorgeous sentiment, and it's one stamp. So I'll show you how to do that now. And if you do this first, it's probably the best option. So pop it into your Stamparatus or your Misty or whatever you've got in hand. I've got both, but I find this is a little bit smaller, so it's a bit quicker for me to use. So put this part of the frame, the tag, over your window sheet and line it up, and pop it into your Stamparatus, and just put your magnet on it. Now, if you've got, I'll tell you that in a second. I was going to say you've got issues with this, but I will do that in a minute. All right, the next thing we're going to be using is Stays On. Stays On is the only thing that's going to be able to stamp on the window sheet. So we will stamp on the window sheet. Now, I've already lined it up, and the reason that we've got the tag on it is so that when you line up your sentiment, it's going to be in alignment. If you didn't have this part of the tag on, your alignment would be harder to get into the middle of the tag, which is what I've got there. So all good, all's good. Oh, be good if I took that off. Okay, so do your Stays On onto the window sheet. I did it a couple of times. Be careful with it, because if it doesn't dry straight away, and it will smudge if you upset it. So we want to probably do a couple of those just to make sure it's nice and heavy. Yeah, that looks all right. I might just do a little, might be a little bit light-handed on one end of it, but that's okay. I'm probably just pressing harder on one end, more one end than the other. There we go. That should be good. All right, that looks really good. Looks dark now. So I'm just going to pop that aside while I'm constructing the rest of it and let it dry. It doesn't take long to dry, but you do need to probably just leave it so it does dry. Okay, so with your alcohol Stays On, this Stays On dye ink, you need to pretty much remove it straight away, because if you don't, you're going to end up with it staining. So you use your remover to take it off. Now, what I was going to say, with your window sheet, this one here that we've stamped on, if you happen to make a mistake and you don't like the way it looks, all you have to use is some hand sanitizer on this with a tissue, and it will wipe off and you can start again. So if you do a mistake, you don't have to throw it out. You just wipe it off with hand sanitizer and go again. And you can do it as many times as you like. So that is a really handy little tip that I'll give you. And I'll show you what I mean by that, because I'll put this on to my stamp. I wouldn't probably use this all the time because it has a drying effect because of the alcohol. But any remover that takes off Stays On has got to have an element of alcohol in it to remove it. So all good. I'll just give it a quick rub and you will see that it's basically cleaning up the stamp. Probably not as much as I want it to, because I haven't got... There we go. I didn't get enough out of the tube. So I use hand sanitizer for just about everything, I've got to say. And this is just a baby wipe. And I'm just removing it now, so you can see that it comes away really well. I think the shadows from my setup is probably not helping either. But that's what it does. So you can do that if you wish. Or you can use our Stays On remover. If we haven't got any of that, I'm not sure if you still carry that, but you can use a Stays On remover. Okay, so that is off to dry now. Get that out of the way. That's off to dry. We'll put that aside so we don't smudge it, and we'll construct the tag, which is really, really easy. So first of all, we are going, that's our base, and this is our top. And first of all, we are going to put in, I put in some diamantes permanently on there so that they stick. So when you shake up the card, some of them stay in place, which is really nice. So I used our champagne ones, I think it was, yes, our champagne ones. So I'm just going to pop a few strategically on the inside of the tag so that they stay in place and they look nice. So that's the champagne ones. If you didn't have any sequins at this point in time, you could just put plenty of these down. These champagne tags. Sorry, these champagne diamantes. They'll work just as well, just sitting in there, because by the time you get your little window sheet over the top and your sentiment in place, you'll see. Well, it's good to have that on. You can see that you need it. So you can sometimes just have it like that if you want, without sequins. So it's up to you how you want to go about that. So I've got a few in place now. I'll just put a couple more. One there. And one there. There we go. So we'll put those like that. You can put any colour you like, I think. All right, and the next thing that we've done is, I think this should be dry now. Yeah, it should be dry. Okay, so we're going to get some of our, where are they? Our sponge border thingies, and I cannot tell you for the life of me what they're called right now, but I will look it up and it will all be included in the links below, down the bottom. Click show more and you'll see it. So, oh, I'm doing it wrong. How's that for advice? Okay, I want to pop this down. So what we're going to do is we'll stick this on, and I'm just using some Tombow. You can use double-sided tape if you want to stick the window sheet down, or Tombow, whatever you prefer. It's entirely up to you. So I'm going to pop that on to my cutout frame. Gives me a bit of wiggle room, hopefully. But it's going to cooperate. Okay, so we've got that in place now. So that is just going to stay like that. And we'll turn it over, and just from the edge of the stitching, which is on the inside, you'll see it up close what I mean when you make your own. We're going to put some of this foam tape down. Really can't remember what they call this one, but it's really good because it does the trick perfectly. Just around the stitched border, we're going to pop it down. And it doesn't take long to make these, really, it's very quick. Once you've got your choices made, I have to say, choosing the right colours and the right combination is a little bit tricky, that's for sure. But you know, I find it tricky because I'm fussy, so I like to have a lot of variety in my crafting. Alright, we'll just cut that in. You can use any double-sided tape, foam tape for this as well. It doesn't really matter. It's whatever works for you. I didn't measure that one really well, so I'm just adhering a little bit more. It'd be good if I could put it the right way. There we go. I think I've got it now. Maybe. Okay. There we go. Get a grip on it. Got it. Okay, so that'll keep the sequins in. Alright, so we are going to just take off the other side of the tape. Oh, that piece came up again. It doesn't like me today. Yep, there we go. Definitely doesn't want to stay in place because I have, yep, there we go. It's alright. It's all good. I misjudged the size of that one, but it's all good. Now for the sequence, I have used the ones that I've got are the woven thread sequence assortment, and I thought it went quite nice. But you can use any sequence that you've got, or diamantes, whichever the basic jewels or whatever it is that you want to use. It's entirely up to you. So we're just going to pop them in there. Obviously this is dry now, so it doesn't take long to dry, to be honest, but you just got to be careful you don't smudge it. And I'm just going to put these in here. I think the colours go well with it. There we go. I'm not going to use too many, I don't think. And then we're going to pop this on top, hopefully have it in alignment with the rest of the actual design. And there you go. How's that? Quick, isn't it? It's so good. It's so easy. Okay, and I've done a little bow here using our what did I use? The window sheet, I use the polka dot tulle ribbon, and I've just, you can tie this on if you want, using the hole there, it's up to you, or you can stick it on, and I've just popped a little bow there just to make it look pretty, but you don't have to. It depends what you're using it for, really. Now, for me to stick this on, I used a glue dot just on the back of the bow. And these glue dots, they love my nails. Okay, sticking it down like that, putting it in place. Isn't that cute? That is so adorable. It's so good. I love it. Hugs, prayers, and love. Okay, and the last thing I want to do is just add a few more of the rhinestones. Do they call them? Yeah, rhinestones. Basic jewels rhinestones. That's what they call them. I've always got the name of things wrong, but I do include that down in the description. So put a couple there, I think, and one on this side. There we go. That pretties it up even better. So that's it. Oh, that's it. How good is that? So take your designer series paper or your cardstock and off you go. You can make some gorgeous shaker tags now, thanks to Stampin' Up and the new, where is it, die that comes in the Bonanza set. Tag time, which is really good. I'm really excited about it. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you very much for joining me. Please join me next time for another tutorial. Please also do like, share and subscribe, which helps me come back with a new tutorial. And I will see you next time. Take care and I'll see you then. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.